All right, what's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharpe, and welcome. Let me make sure.
Yep.
Okay, I can hear everything. And welcome to another edition of Free Consultation Sunday. This is the. Wait a minute. So this is the time and day. There we go. So this is the time and day where I do my free consultations. Let me see here. Of course, my dumbass forgot to put the. There we go. All right, very good. Let's go. Got a relationship question? Hashtag pull up. All right, so let me go ahead and pin that message because, of course, I forgot. And I expected somebody to be in here awaiting for me. Oh wow, we've already got somebody. Oh, there he is. Oh man, I thought I was gonna have to distract you guys, man. We got Apollo. All right, Apollo, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Well, wait a minute, hold on. Don't start talking yet because I have to switch the sound. There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, I got you loud and clear. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
All right, pretty good. Watching just got home. I saw you were getting on, and so I was going to jump on with Jay Blaze and the guys to watch the rest of WrestleMania, but I saw you came on. So,
okay.
Figured get on here and then catch the second half of Mania.
Okay, cool. Good stuff. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting, man. I haven't watched wrestling in a while, man. Like, it's been a long time since I've watched any wrestling at all.
Yeah, I've kept up with it. I don't watch, Monday Night Raw much anymore or SmackDown, but I still watch the big pay-per-views, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble,
right.
Mania, Survivor Series, stuff like that, just to kind of keep up a little bit, but not on a day-to-day or every week like I used to. I just don't have the time.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I never, bro, I don't, of course, you know me, I don't have time for anything.
Right.
But I don't know, man. We're both the same age. We're both children of the 80s, and so wrestling's not the same as it used to be, man.
It's definitely not, man. It's definitely not. You got that right.
So what's on your mind, brother? What stories you got for me today?
To update you on the situation that I had talked to you about last week.
Yes, the bitch who keeps the bitch who's trying to strong arm you into a relationship you do not want to be in.
Right. So, like I had told you, where like you said, Ashley, she thought she was number one, and
right.
then when she giving me the whole when I text her and she's like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got something for you." Where I changed my number, and so I forgot I had left something at her place. So what I did is I text her, but I got a Google number and texted her from that.
Good. Very good.
And so I was just like, hey, I left, something over there. Can you just put it outside? You don't got to worry about me coming to your door or asking anything. And then she texts back like, "Oh, I've been texting you on your other number, which I had deleted." I'm like, "Well, I don't have that number anymore."
Right.
And
what's up?
I wanted to be, this long text message. I wanted to be with you. You hurt me by telling me, you'd like somebody better, and all this stuff. And just like, well, I can't do this anymore. If that's how you're going to be, take care and God bless. Just like, okay. Oh, and then before that, of course, she's like, "Oh, this must be your one of those bitches numbers or something like that you use for other women. You don't have to worry about me contacting you anymore."
Didn't I tell you? I told you. Now, here's the thing. Part of my prediction, actually, no, my prediction was off. I thought that she was going to give you the, hey, if we don't make this thing official, then we are not sleeping together anymore. But it sounds like it kind of went left.
Well, that was that day. So then, after a few days, she messaged back like, I want to talk. I missed you. And then she's just like, I even prayed about that, I hope that we'd be able to talk this week. And, what it came down to was that she said, she was hurt by me saying I like somebody better. So what we actually talked on the phone. And what I told her was like, look, it wasn't that I'd like her, overall better. I was like, what didn't get through text was that because you over text me at times, because you're constantly asking about other women, because you're, constantly asking about relationship. That other girl doesn't do that. I like that aspect.
That's what I like, right?
Yeah. And then she was like, okay, I can see that. But, that girl's going to be the same. If you hang out with her like you hung out with me, eventually she's going to like you like I do.
And she's right. Hey, guess what? She's right.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, dude, this is exactly what I explain to guys all the time. The more time you spend with someone, especially if you are having sex with them, the more likely that one or both of you is going to end up catching feelings. That's how it works.
So what it ended up being, she was just like, do you think you could ever love me? And I'm just like, I can't answer that. I don't know. Do you think you could be monogamous? I was like, absolutely not.
Definitely not.
I was like, I've been straightforward with you that. I've been divorced 10 years. I haven't gotten into a relationship. I don't want monogamy. I want it open, polyamorous, however you want it to be. I don't want monogamy. And then I'm like, so bottom line, what do you want to do? I don't want to sit here and keep going back and forth. And she's just like, I like you a lot, Apollo. I love you. I want to be with you. Drop the L word.
What? She told you she loves you?
Yes.
Oh my! Oh wow! But she's really she's pulling out all the stops.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, if this is where we end, I'm like, it sucks, but I understand. She's like, well, I don't want it to be like, how about you just come over, Sunday and we can talk. So, which was today. And so went over how she had dinner, of course, did our thing. And we talked, and it's just like, look, the end of it is that he's just like, I don't want to ever hear about any other women. Like, we can keep going as we are. I just don't want to hear about other girls or like you're putting somebody above me or anything like that. I'm like, I can do that. I can deal with that. I'm cool
right,
with
as long
that.
as you don't. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you guys have this conversation again, and you probably will to some degree, she can say, okay, I don't want to hear about other women. Then you need to tell her, look, then don't ask about them. Okay, right. I'm not going to bring and let her know. Look, the only reason why I brought it up is because you did.
Yes,
she kept asking you about this, but now she's going to tell you, well, yes, sweetheart, like I did not want to tell you about other women, but you persisted to ask, so I told you, and I'm not going to lie to you, so that's how it is.
Right. Yeah, so that's where it was at. And then my question was going to be to you is like, because I know you talked about it before, never let it's not my woman, but never let other women find out. So my thing was that I was trying to avoid that, but I guess in me not making solid plans with her that weekend, when you started asking questions, is there somebody else? So my question to you would be, what's the best way to go about if a woman knows you're seeing other women, but for them not to find out or to feel like you're rubbing it in their face or anything like that, or shortchanging them? What's the best way to go about that? Because that's probably where I made the mistake.
So the best way to go about this in terms of not letting other women find out, or if she asks you about other women?
Both.
Okay. So as far as not letting other women find out, how can I put this? This is the only way that I can describe it. The only real way to keep, let's say you're sleeping with two women, right? And you're not serious, you're in your situation. The best way to make sure that they don't find out about each other is to treat them like you're in a relationship with them in terms of what you divulge to them. Don't mention any text messages. Don't mention anywhere you've gone with her. Just treat them both like they're in separate relationships. In other words, just pretend the other one exists. Pretend the other one doesn't exist when you're with the other woman. So for example, when you're with woman number one, just put your notifications on silent, or just silence her notifications. Same thing as if when you're on with woman number two.
Right.
So I would just treat them both like they are separate relationships. Like one can't find out about the other. Right. Because listen, you and I have both been in relationships, and we have both had side chicks. And listen, some side chicks knew I had a girl. Some side chicks did not, but the side chicks that did not know that I had a girl, I treated them like I was in a separate relationship with them. Now, if your woman asks you after this conversation, if she says to you, well, why can't you come over? Is it because you're going to be with another woman? There's only one answer for that. You say, do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Right.
And that tells her without telling her. You understand
Okay.
what I mean? If she's going to ask the question, then you are going to answer it, not directly, but indirectly. You're not going to lie to her, but you're not going to tell her the truth either. You just straight up tell her, look, do you want me to lie to you or do you want me to tell you the truth? And dude, 11 times out of 10, they just say never mind.
Okay.
Yep. That's how I would handle it. So again, to keep women from finding out about each other, just treat them like they're. Now that doesn't mean that you tell these other women that, hey, I'm only sleeping with you, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Just make sure that and listen, we know how to keep women from finding out about each other. So just act like, in other words, give her main chick clearance. Okay. Main chick clearance is no clearance, right? If you, and dude, when I was fucking bitches and they knew I was fucking other bitches, I didn't care about where my phone was or who or whatever. But if I was with like my girlfriend or whatever, I would give her main chick access, which means no access.
Okay. I got
That's what I
you.
would do.
Yeah. And generally, I make sure whoever I'm with, I'm focused on them. I'm not answering text messages from somebody else, unless it's my kids or something. But outside of
Yeah,
that,
of course.
I'm not doing anything, because I'm trying to give my attention to that person.
Absolutely.
But I guess like I said, mistake was avoiding making plans because I was trying to see what the other girl was trying to do,
Sure.
and she caught on that I wasn't making plans with her,
Right.
and that's when it came to the question of, are you seeing somebody else?
Right. And at that point, do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want me to lie to you? And when you do that, she'll know what the answer is, which fortunately for us, unfortunately for her, it pisses her off, but it turns her on. That's how
Right.
hey, listen, man, if it makes her eyes wet, it makes her vagina wet, bruh. That is the general rule of thumb. If it makes her eyes wet, she's wet down low. If you piss her off, she's turned on. And this is what I was talking about last week. You can't be afraid to piss your woman off. You can't be afraid to piss a woman off. Don't be afraid to piss her off. Okay, so your side bitch found out you have another side bitch. Okay, big fucking deal. Yeah, she'll be mad. She'll try the silent treatment. And by the way, how long did that silent treatment last, Apollo? What, about a day and a half? Yeah,
a couple days.
You know what I'm saying? A couple days, and then of course the floodgates open, just like we thought they would. But yeah, that's the way I would handle it. But I like the fact that when you get into relationships with these women, you're letting them know, hey, just letting you know, this is going to be casual, right? This is going to be casual. This is nothing serious. You don't have to tell them you're fucking other women, but if they ask you, okay, we're not serious, but are there going to be other women involved? And the answer is, do you want me to tell you the truth? Or do you want me to lie to you? Or do you want me to tell you the truth? That way you're telling them without telling them.
Okay. And with that, because that's how I've always been. And then one question, another one I had was that, maybe in your opinion, do you feel like, and how you dated when you casually and saw other women at the same time, I'm wondering, am I making a mistake by doing too much where it's like you said, sleeping over, changing a light bulb,
man.
putting something up because I changed the toilet seat, with ladies. I've done all this stuff because I try to treat them with respect and decency, when I'm doing it. And if I can do something, if it doesn't take that long, I don't mind doing it. But am I giving them girlfriend treatment when they're not a girlfriend? Am I wrong in doing that?
You're not right or wrong in doing that, because sometimes you can do something for a woman that you would typically only do for a girlfriend. But just like you said, if it's like, dude, I remember I was banging this one girl. Oh God, I forgot what her name was, but her taillight was out. And the reason why she knew it was out is because she got pulled over for it. And so I was over there one, I think it was like a Saturday afternoon. She's like, hey, can you like do me a favor? And I was like, yeah, sure. She's like, my taillight is out. Do you mind running with me to AutoZone? I was like, yeah, sure. It was not a big, dude, and we were not serious at all. Now there was another girl that I was sleeping with. Her swamp cooler had the swamp cooler is what we use here at some homes in Nevada for air conditioning. For those of you guys who don't know, a swamp cooler is often used in high desert, climates, whatever. And so I was like, yeah, sure, So I helped her fix her swamp cooler. And then all of a sudden she starts calling and texting me more. So now that was my mistake, because I knew that she was already really, really starting to like me. Right. So I won't say that you're right or wrong, but I would strongly, now knowing what I know now, I would strongly advise against it, Apollo, because if you do, let's just say you're in a situation. Dude, I'll give you the perfect example. Your example with Katie. There are sometimes you will give a woman girlfriend treatment and it backfires. It makes her like you less, like giving her a Mother's Day card. The instant you did that, everything went right to shit. I can promise you, this other bitch that wants to be in a relationship with you, if you were to give her a Mother's Day card, the bitch would want to marry you. So you really, so you really have to, and you know that's true. So you really have to sort of pay attention to where you are. And dude, I've been in this situation. I've been in this situation before. Sometimes you'll be sleeping with a woman and you guys both know it's casual and she will ask you to do something as sort of like a comfort test. And see, I'm not an asshole and neither are you. If a girl, dude, if I'm at my side bitch's house or if I'm, just casually sleeping with somebody and she needs me to fix fine, I don't care. Like whatever. If you need me to fix the refrigerator, I'm not an asshole. I'm not going to say no, but by the same token, we know where that can lead. So my advice to you would be just do it on a case-by-case basis. If you are starting to get because I'll tell you this chick who wants to be in a relationship with you, who's been trying for all this time, I can promise you this, you would never go over there and change her toilet seat for her now, would you?
Oh, the one that,
the one who's trying to rope you in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've done that. Like I've changed 2 toilet seats in her house. I filled her car with fluid. I've changed lights fixtures in her because it took no time, no effort. That's why I did it.
Right.
And
it didn't take any effort. And at the time, what was the status at the time? Were you two just casual and there were like you didn't get any ideas that she was getting any ideas, or what was the status then?
When I first did a few things, it was just casual, wasn't getting any ideas. But the last couple things, changing the toilet seat, changing the light fixture, she had already expressed a lot of interest in wanting a relationship.
Okay. So I think a general rule of thumb that you and everyone else should follow is if you get the idea that a woman is trying to angle or is going to or has angled for a relationship, don't do these small little favors, because when you do these small little favors for a woman who wants to be in a relationship with you, now her imagination's running wild. And that's the reason why this bitch won't leave you alone, is because now she's having fantasies of you fixing her toilet seat, topping off her fluids and this and that and the other, and her bragging to her girlfriends, yeah, Apollo was over the other day and he filled up my antifreeze. Dude, that is fucking shit crack. Anytime a bitch tells another bitch about something that her boyfriend did around the house, oh my God, the bitch is also, oh my God, I can't believe he did this, and he fixed my refrigerator and all this other kind of stuff. And this is where it's very important to pay attention. And this is, see, there's the reason I tell guys to pay attention all the time, Apollo, not only to gauge where you are in the relationship. And of course I tell guys to pay attention. That's why girls get away with cheating, because you're not paying attention. But pay attention to a girl who is starting to get clingy, because if you're not paying attention to what a woman is doing or saying, and I'm not saying overthink things, but if she's angling for a relationship, then the next time she asks you to change her oil, you should probably say no, not to give her any ideas. But if if you butt fuck her, you give her a dirty Sanchez and this and that and the third, and she's or maybe she's in a relationship, she's cheating with you. Dude, change as many light bulbs as you have to.
Okay. Yeah, I think honestly my problem has been all this time is that even though I'm upfront, from the beginning when I meet these ladies, it's just casual. I'm seeing others. You're free to do the same. But I do those things. I guess I somehow think it can stay that way the whole time.
Oh, it never stays that way. It never ever stays that way. And dude, as long as you've been in this game, you know that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I guess I've somehow thought, eventually, I can just keep going and I can keep saying to them, hey, you knew from the beginning, but I've seen time and time again, feelings change, emotions get into it, they get upset, and then, eventually enough time, they're going to be like, I can't do this anymore. And man.
And this is what happens when women objectify themselves by making themselves sex objects. That's what this is. Because see, here's the thing, Apollo. Women used to trade sex for marriage. Now they trade sex for literally company. Just for somebody to be there, right? And dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you right now, you probably know this too, dude. Women are fucking lonely. Dude, when women are single, they are not okay. I don't care if they're 21, 31, 41, it does not matter. Women are not good being single. And listen, a fantasy, it'd be a fantasy for us to have, 3 hot side bitches that we could fuck anytime we wanted to and never have to worry about any of them catching feelings, right? That would be the fantasy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Right. And this is, one of the reasons why I love talking to you is because what you were just saying is spot on. Like her, other girls, they'll be mad at me or like want me to hang out. The first thing they do is they'll send a nude pic. They'll be like, oh, I'm playing with myself.
Yep.
Oh, you want this, you can have
Yep.
it anytime. I'm not even saying anything about that. It's just,
Sure.
you say, because they're lonely, they get horny. It's like, hey, come over. They could be pissed off at me. Even
it don't even matter.
Right, when she's mad at me, like, oh, you missed this ass, don't you? Even though she's just been mad at me for all these days. That's one of the first comments she makes. So you're absolutely right. When they're lonely, every time, man. So I'm still hopefully waiting for that guide on how to handle a rotation one day. I know you'll have it out, or that class or book or something like that.
I could definitely... All right. Okay. Yeah, I might. I think that would be a. I think that would definitely be a word. That would definitely be like an advanced level game thing. But yeah, dude. Yeah, because there are. Pardon me. Because there's so much more, guys. There is so much more to rotation. Episode 319. I'll never forget this episode. And I'm on episode 1155. Episode 319, I think the title of that episode was Having a Harem, Why Having a Harem is a Full-Time Job. It is a full-time job, guys. Everybody wants to smash multiple chicks until you're smashing multiple chicks. Guys, it is about more than just sex. It is about logistics. It is about rotation. It is about rotation management. It's about psychology. There are so many things. There are so many things that you have to do and be to successfully, spin those rotational plates. And if you slip up even a little bit, man, shit can really get sideways. So it takes a lot. It's not just about fucking.
It is. When I got divorced, I'm thinking, I'm going to be single. Like you said, I could have 2 or 3 girls I'm smashing, no headaches. And then the moment you get it, it's like, somebody's catching feelings, somebody's catching an attitude, somebody wants more of your time, somebody's starting to back off, somebody's starting to flake, it's just like, oh my God, you start to have to become a psychiatrist, a father figure, a friend.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
A carpenter, an electrician. It's just, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, and this is so funny. Even in casual relationships, women, we even bring more to the table in casual relationships, Apollo. Even without commitment, women still benefit from being in our presence. That's just the way it is because here's the thing. Let's say that I make the egregious mistake of spending the night at my side chick's place, right? If somebody breaks into her place, guess who's going down to handle it? It's going to be me. It is going to be me. I'm not going to send her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to make sure everything is all right. This is just how it is.
Right. Well, man, I definitely, appreciate the time. I definitely want to give you an update. So it's pretty much gone like, how you said, like, oh, she was, going to be hitting me back up. I was at her place today, and we'll be hanging out again soon. And she wants to see me. Just, I guess, doesn't want to know about the other women. It's just like,
there you go. There it is.
Yeah, just like, I don't want to hear about.
Now here's the thing, Apollo. She says this now, okay? But I'm telling you, this relationship has run its course because at some point she's going to give you this ultimatum at least 2 more times before she finally drops off for good. Right now she's holding out hope that she can just outlast the other bitch or the other bitches. And listen, we both know that that's never ever going to happen. But at some point, she'll say, you know what? I've been after this guy now for 2. You guys have been messing with each other on and off for 2 years or whatever it is. At some point, she is going to move on. But she is going to hit you with that ultimatum in some way, shape, or form at least 2 more times. At least 2 more times.
Yeah, because she already said it. Like with Mary, she was just like, I've been here longer than Mary, and I'm still not. You still. Yeah, she's already mentioned it. So you're right. I'm sure 2 more times it's coming, and then
there you go.
She's going to be like, I can't do it anymore.
Yep. Either that or she just meets someone she likes better than you. In either case, trust me. And here's the thing. she's not interested in anybody else right now. That much I can tell you. I can promise you that, because when a girl is angling for a relationship with you, they are almost never seeing other guys, because see, here's the thing, Apollo. Girls don't really want to be fucking 5 different guys. They don't. They only really want to be fucking one. That's why girls who are like, hey, this is casual, that's why they always, without exception, they always catch feelings. It can be in 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't matter. Eventually, if you have sex with a woman long enough, eventually she will start to catch feelings for you.
Oh, yeah, she's told me multiple times, especially the last 2 months. I'm not seeing anybody else. I've turned guys down. I don't want to be with anybody else but you. So
she's telling you the truth. She's telling you the truth.
Oh,
I can't believe I'm telling you this. I think that's the first time I've ever said that, like on a live stream. She is telling you the truth. How about that?
Yeah, I believe her. I definitely believe her.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, I wanted to give you that update. I don't want to hold you too long. You got other people on, but definitely appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Apollo, the man that I live vicariously through on a regular basis. All right, we got a couple. All right. Oh, we got Aaron Moses up there. Let me go to Jay Blaze first. What's up, Blaze?
Hey, have you seen the new article where you have a bunch of feminists complaining that Gen Z is way too base, so they're going after older men?
What?
Yeah.
I have not heard about that.
So you have the feminists going after because Gen Z is turning so conservative and base, where they're like getting the red pill knowledge through like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate. They're going after older simpy men from my generation and your generation.
Oh my God. Oh boy.
So, is there any hope if Gen Alpha turns out base too? So we could have a chance where the women have no choice but to get on the program.
You know what? If Generation Alpha, because you know how these things are, they're cyclical, right? Dude, there were men, and then we got super simpy. Now we're on our way back up because of the likes of guys like Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, etc., etc. If Generation Alpha turns out to be as based as Gen Z at some point, because you can't be a passport bro as a woman. Because, dude, nobody wants American women. Nobody wants American women, right? They want American guys, but they don't want American women. Yeah, at some point, they're going to be like, hey, girls, you know what? This is what it's going to take. If you really want to be with a guy, you gotta play by their rules.
And I'm a millennial, so every single one of my uncles was divorced. So you're seeing the results of the baby boomers and the Gen X.
Yep.
Like, the women just went crazy on divorce. Yes. And now I think the guys are saying, nope, we are done with this.
Out. Yeah, man. Yep.
So there could be hope for America if the guys stand their ground and say, no, we've had enough of this. You need to get in your place, because
how about that?
We saw this with the Piers Morgan, Andrew Wilson debates.
Oh, yes.
He is absolutely correct on everything, and they have no argument with it. But I was watching a few videos, and the women from these like Eastern Europe and stuff. Yeah, dude, our conservative women are left leaning or are leftists compared to those women.
Yes,
they are brought up to be wives.
Yeah, they're brought up. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, we might have an instance where women like want to be conservative wives, but they have no guidance on how to be those. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. And it's because Level Up Man says, I was saying this to the group, I think we see a swing back towards traditionalism in relationships. Millennials and Gen Z are cooked, but Gen Alpha and beyond has hope. I agree with you, and it's interesting. Not only had I not heard of that article, I had never really thought of it that way. And I really didn't know that Gen Z was really this based. I knew that we were making a little bit of an impact, but I guess it stands to reason as to why. What is it, like 1 in every 1,000 people is married? People are having babies less. Yeah. I mean, people are now aware of the fact that marriage in America for men is a bad bet. Like the information is out there. So, listen, our critics and detractors can say whatever they want about us. Dude, we are making an impact, and it appears it's going to be a positive one moving forward. That's incredible, man.
Yeah, I think what it's going to take is women not going to college as much, because like if you're making 65K, which is very reasonable for a guy,
Absolutely.
you can become a truck driver, electrician, like do a
HVAC,
trade
whatever,
job.
yeah.
You have no debt. If you have a 65K like salary, you can get like a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment in a certain area and still provide for a wife.
Absolutely.
As long as she doesn't have student debt going in.
As long as she doesn't have student debt, and as long as she has good habits, and you as a man are financially disciplined, you can absolutely have a wife on one salary.
Yeah. So we need to start. They need to start instilling this, and I think Trump going after the colleges now.
Is
a good step for that too.
That's a very good start. Very, very good start,
dude. They are coming out just crazy, but that's all I wanted to talk about the article there, and I like the way Gen Z's going so far.
Yeah, do me a favor, send me the link, man. I think that'd be a great topic to talk about on a live stream. All right,
later, man.
Jay Blaze, as always, bringing the heat. Wow, how about that? Yeah, I think that'll definitely be a worthwhile reaction. Let me read some of your comments here. Danny Gonzalez is in the house. Good to see you in here. Trini Boy 32 said the Attitude Era was it. Hell yes. You better believe it. Level Up Man says, every time I have ever heard, quote, I prayed about it, it always came right before either a rejection or an ultimatum. Yeah, right? That's the way it is. The panel verse says, life could be worse, Don. You could be Andrew Wilson, a guy who doesn't stand by a word he preaches. Listen, man. Listen, dude. Andrew Wilson is an ally. He is on our side, and he is one of us. Whatever your opinion is of Andrew Wilson, if you think he practiced what he preaches, whatever the case may be, to me, that's immaterial. That's immaterial. Andrew Wilson does good work. Who the? Oh my God, that is literally Pearl calling me. That is Pearl calling me. Hold on. Pearl is calling me, guys. There it is. Sorry, guys. Pearl literally tried to call me. I guess she needs to talk to me about something important. Oh. What? Oh my God! That is unbelievable! What? Oh my God. Wow! Wow! Oh my God! Ah, this is awesome! Ah, dude! Dude! This is awesome! Wait, hold on. Oh my God. That is so cool. All right. Very good. Very good. All right, cool. Trini Boy 32 says, I think these women fight too hard for this feminist BS. I don't know if they're gonna come crawling back. What's Chester barking at? The hell? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Is he okay? Oh, okay. All right, sorry about that. I think Chester's just out. I think Chester's out there barking at the sky. Dude. Oh my God, that is awesome. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, whoever the other guy was, Aaron Moses. I think that might have been Aaron Moses the one, actually. I think that might have been Aaron Moses the one. The panel verse also says, I mean, they used my son to try and hurt me while I slept when I defended theirs. Damn. Guess you sure can pick him. Lauren Krause says, if you were upfront about being polyamorous, I don't see why a chick would be jealous of another chick. Look, you're right, Lauren. I mean, listen, you're right, Lauren. You're right. But this is the way it happens. This is the way it happens. It's almost like I compare that situation like like in my situation, like I'll break up with a girl, right? And then I find out that she has a boyfriend a week later, and I'm pissed off and I'm jealous. I shouldn't be, because I'm the one that dumped her. That doesn't mean the feelings go away. So, but yeah, I mean, the longer you have sex, with someone, the more. And listen, man, sex is emotional for both men and women. It's a lot more emotional for women than it is for men. So women tend to fall a little bit harder. Or a little bit faster, when it comes to these, casual type relationships. But, for the most part, you can if you can steer clear of that. And my role, dude, what I used to do, man, when I was running through hoes, in order to stay out of the, in order to stay out of the, in order to keep from catching feelings, is as soon as I felt myself starting to catch feelings or starting to care about, actually care about her, that's when I would just hit the eject button. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Kevin Edwards says, is a difference between love and lust? Oh, cool. Jay Blaze sent me the article. So yeah, let me check this article out that Jay Blaze sent to me here. I guess while we wait for more people to pull up. Oh, by the way, guys, Devin and I, we went to Lake Tahoe today. Shout out to the lovely and talented Devin. She planned out an extraordinary day on the water at Lake Tahoe. And guys, we are literally, hey, Glenn Lawrence is in the house. Oh, he said it's a difference between love and lust. Yeah. Okay, so let me this is what Jay Blaze just sent me. It says Gen Z women are choosing older men over guys their age, and it's not because they're sugar daddies. Okay. So the article states, according to reported dating trends and a flurry of TikTok chatter, Gen Z is warming to the idea that age is just a number, at least when the vibes are right. It says, quote, I totally get why Chelsea was with Rick and chose him over Saxon, an 18-year-old named Olivia said in a recent interview with The Independent, raving about the unlikely couple featured in the April 6th finale of HBO's hit series, The White Lotus. Okay, spoiler alert. Saxon is such a fuckboy. Rick was concerned about bigger things, and Chelsea believed they were soulmates. The age gap didn't matter to her, and I totally get that, she added. That's right. Rick, a moody middle-aged man played by 53-year-old Walton Goggins, somehow beat out a hot young himbo portrayed by Patrick Schwarzenegger, 31, for Gen Z's affection. Oh, my God. Ay. Kate, 18, chimed in, telling the outlet that she'd choose, quote, Rick all the way. Oh, no, she wouldn't. No. Now, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing, man. It says for a generation famous for cancer. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Saxon was so basic. Rick might have been moody and a bit murdery, but I bet he doesn't listen to Joe Rogan if he, Rick, was an actual person, she continued. So what they're talking about, what they're talking about here, see, all these girls who are saying this, I don't believe what these girls are saying. Yes, they would say, oh yeah, of course they want the older, more mature guy, but the decisions they make, are going to be, that's going to be determined by a few other things. Oh crap, damn it. For a generation famous for canceling anything even remotely problematic, their sudden love for romantic pairings with a few decades between birthdays might seem surprising. But there's a reason behind the romance, young hopefuls say. According to 19-year-old Liza, who's dating someone in his late 20s, and sat down with the outlet, quote, I'd love to go on the odd date. Wait, I'd go on the odd date with someone my age, and more often than not, it would end up in a straight-up argument where he started saying Andrew Tate makes good points. There we go. There it is. Absolutely. Right? Her boyfriend, quote, super chill, a feminist, and weirdly, so are most of his mates. He missed all the manosphere stuff, and it shows. Her boyfriend is a feminist, and so are most of his mates. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not good. He missed all the manosphere stuff, and it shows. Tisk tisk. What the fuck is this? Oh no, that is absolutely not okay. Let's see. With Gen Z women said to be leaning more progressive and outspoken, and Gen Z men increasingly choosing conservatism, many young women say they're struggling to find like-minded mates, instead finding better matches a few years up the generational ladder. There are numbers. Aaron Moses is the one says, just woke up from a cush nap. We'll call back if you're still alive in 30 minutes. Get the likes up. Bro, that's not a flex on that. Come on, man. Dude, why are we taking cush naps? Why are we taking cush naps on Sunday? Why are we taking cush naps, period? Come on, man. Don't take kush, take it to go to sleep, not to just nap in the middle of the day. There are numbers to back up the claims. Only 56% of Gen Z men reported having a romantic relationship in their teens compared to 78% of boomers. That's not just a drop, it's a plummet. The so-called, quote, Gen Blend relationship could be the answer. Bumble says it's booming with 63% of users reporting they're totally fine dating outside their age group. Okay. Well, unless they are dating outside their age group, I don't think they can claim that. And it's not just younger women seeking older men. Popular films like The Idea of You, Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, and Baby Girl all show older men with younger love interests flipping the traditional script. What? Oh, no, sir. And in real life, Hollywood's not exactly shying away. Look at the 21-year age gap between The Crown's Dominic West and wife Catherine Fitzgerald. Not that these couples always age well. Looking back at 35 years ago, Chris Evans, Billy Piper, and 47-year-old blah, 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 blah. The EU theory, blah, 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 blah. The power dynamics were off, and even Gen Z knows it. The key thing that sorts the ick from the okay always has to be the power of balance. Emma Hawthorne, a relationship expert at Seeking.com, told British GQ. Oh my God. Hathorn adds that social media is also playing a major role in destigmatizing unconventional couples. Platforms like TikTok give us access to diverse relationship models we may not have been previously exposed to in our social circles, she said to the publication. The exposure is shifting societal expectations. In other words, Gen Z is learning that love isn't just about finding someone your own age. It's about finding someone on your wavelength. Whether that person remembers Y2K, thinks it's a new crypto coin, doesn't matter much to anyone. As Haythorne puts it, partnering with someone older or younger gives an opportunity to learn from their unique experiences and cultural backgrounds. Youth brings fresh perspective, while experience offers wisdom. Oh, ain't that something? Now all of a sudden, it's not. So now all of a sudden, older men who want younger women, they're not all PDF files. Is that what it is? You guys remember how they used to shame, older men for going after you? Oh my God! You want? Well, you're such a PDF file. Blah 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 blah. Yeah 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 yeah. You guys know how that goes. Wow. How about that? Gully Blanchard says what women say and what they do are two completely different things. The Red Mike podcast says, I'm talking to a female cop for the past 2 months, and I saw pics of herself she sent to other men on the force. Oh my God. Are you freaking serious? Damn, dude. You got to make sure. Look. If she sends you nudes, make sure that those nudes are exclusive to you. Be like, look, man, don't be sending me nudes you done sent to somebody else. Fuck all that noise. Jay Blaze says, I think Jay Blaze just jumped back in. Dude, you're right on time. I was actually just about to end this bad boy. What's up?
Yeah, dude. They're trying to get Gen Z to date up, and you saw what Hollywood was doing earlier, right?
Oh yeah.
They wanted to push older women onto older guys, or younger guys.
Oh, younger guys,
with
right?
With the Anne Hathaway movie, with the Nicole Kidman's coming with a bunch of movies like that.
Oh yeah,
because they cannot have older women be single. They can't. No, they can't.
Older women can never ever be single. If older women are single, sorry about that. If older women are single, then that's a bad. If older women are single, that's an L. That's why women are never single, including the older ones.
Yeah, exactly. And because they wanted to push the younger guys, but dude, I don't think they understand the social dynamics, dude. Older women are just practice for the younger guys.
Yep.
And they're still like Gen Z is still conservative, and so they're going, okay, I'm just going to practice on the older women, and then I'm going to still get my traditional woman.
There you go. Because the older women now are all hoes.
Yeah.
Older women are hoes, man. They've already been fucked by feminism. So feminism and a bunch of other guys, right?
And the feminists want, because when I went to school, none of this was talked about. Like it was just you just went out on dates. None of this was happening. So Gen Z, it's happening so much where they're getting hit so hard with the Andrew Tate stuff and Fresh and Fit and stuff. They have so much more awareness about everything.
They really do, man. They really do. And guys aren't, just like you said, guys aren't falling for it anymore, man. And listen, shout out to the black pill guys. I'm not really into the whole black pill or the whole quote unquote MGTOW thing, but hey man, awareness is awareness at the end of the day.
Like if we can get to the point where Gen Z's finally taking over like social media platforms, they're just like, nope, we're done with it. We're done.
That's it. Well, wouldn't it be cool if hopefully Gen Zers get into YouTube, maybe help push me up in the algorithm again.
But yeah, I am happy to see these types of articles that are actually calling it out, but we need more of it.
Good stuff, man. All right, well, thanks for chiming in, brother.
All right, appreciate it. Later.
All right, man. All right, and next up, we got Glenn Lawrence in the house. Glenn, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How was that, dude? You're actually coming in, jumping in here at the tail end. I was actually about to end this thing.
You were about to wrap it up?
Yep. I was about to wrap it up. The way I do these is just depending upon the number of I keep going until I run out of callers or whatever. But I've only got 50. I've only got 58 watching now. So
what's interesting about that topic though? Your last topic.
Yeah.
This is actually a good thing for guys.
No, I agree. I think it's definitely a good thing for guys, man.
I don't think guys should complain about it. I think guys should embrace it and be quiet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, and now that we have awareness, and just like Jay Blaze said, if Gen Z men are this base, this means hopefully Generation Alpha men will be even more based. And what Blaze was talking about is that essentially that essentially means that they got to get that girls got to get their shit together. If they want a relationship, they are going to have to get their shit together.
Absolutely. But see, there has to be an incentive. See, like I realize,
true.
like, you know, shame doesn't work nowhere near as incentivizing people do. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
If you have an incentivization to do good and you get rewarded for it, you're more likely going to do good.
Yeah, right.
If you're
Repeat the behavior.
Do bad, you'll do bad.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Have you seen the Tracy Ellis Ross interview? A lot of people have talked about that.
I haven't. I've heard about it, but I have not watched it.
Yeah,
Yet.
she's some post wall. Hold on, let me see. She's some post wall, but she was actually one of the stars of the show Blackish, which is actually pretty funny. Actually, you know, it's interesting. Devin and I actually saw her in a Black Mirror episode. It was a really weird episode, but
Blackish. I remember Blackish. Isn't that
Anthony Anderson? Yeah, Anthony Anderson and Rainbow. His wife's name was Rainbow Johnson. You know, and that's who Tracy Ellis Ross was. Yeah. So, I remember
meeting Anthony Anderson at the comedy club in LA.
Oh, really? How about that?
Yeah, he was at I was there with Tom Arnold. And,
nice.
So yeah, me and Tom Arnold worked together. So and Anthony Anderson was there just working on some sets, just, you know, keeping his chops sharp.
He is a funny guy, man.
You know, it's funny because it's like a lot of these guys that don't understand the RP stuff still look for it, but they complain about it when they find it. Yeah, and it's like, you know, you're worried about what women are doing. Worry about what are you doing? Level up, get better.
And I'm gonna tell you what, man. I like the we just had a conversation about this. Yeah, a lot of you guys, complain, oh, my wife's not fucking me and this and that and the third. Well, okay. You know, we need to take some accountability on our side too, right? Like, is she not, I mean, like, the reason why she's not fucking you is because you're not seducing her anymore, you're not in good shape anymore, you know, things of that nature. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not absolving women of anything, but I think part of being truly red pill aware is also taking accountability. Yeah, we know, hashtag bitches ain't shit, whatever the case may be, but, you know, we got to understand that you have to leave.
Isn't that all cope? Like, hashtag bitches? No, bitches are shit. They're much of a shit because you're complaining about it. They obviously mean something to you enough to where you're complaining about it, right?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's got to be balanced. You know, you can't spend all day complaining about women if you're not, you know, trying to come up with a solution. And it's funny, man. Go ahead.
The solution's always going to be yourself. You're going to be your solution.
100%. Yep. 100%. Chris Williams.
We talking about that, like your woman ain't sleep with you.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you know, are you not working on the arousal factors? Sure, you're doing the provider factors, but you're not getting her pussy wet. So
right,
that's your problem.
You got to be alpha fucks and beta bucks.
Yep.
Got to be alpha fucks and beta bucks. Christopher Williams with the $2 super chat says, I still haven't found your number in the Discord. Yes, I'm going to be on Discord a little bit later, guys. I'm going to be responding to all of the messages that I've missed, but yeah, I'm going to get back with you, Chris. All right, Glenn. I'm going to get out of here, man. Yep. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for popping in. And you and I will definitely talk about that project that you and I are working on, man.
Yeah. Thor Thor wants to say skull.
Skull.
He says his savage math is 2 4s equal an 8.
Dude, we love you, Thor. We love you, man. We love you.
Viking math does something that's weird. I just can't do it.
Hey. Skull! God damn it.
All right, Donovan. We'll chat with you later, man.
All right, brother. Take care.
Peace.
Glenn Lawrence in the house. Glenn is a very, very, very good friend of mine. He's taken good care of Thor. And I'm glad that he is. I'm glad that he's doing Thor a solid. Dr. B84 says, man, there are a lot of messages for you. Check there, Donovan. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I gotta catch up. All right, guys. Listen, that is going to do it for this edition of the Sunday the Free Consultation Sunday. I'm going to go now, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening with my lady, who went absolutely above and beyond. Oh, by the way, let me show you guys this. This is actually us on Lake Tahoe. So this is us on Lake Tahoe, and so we rented a kayak, and we took a ride in a kayak. There we are. There we are. Yep. Absolutely fucking gorgeous. Absolutely fucking gorgeous. And no, Devin did not get a temporary protective order against me. That was just on the back of that. It's just on the back of that. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.